This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
I'm Katie Rammel with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A 3-year-old girl dies after drowning in a pool in Surprise. Her death under investigation. Firefighters say they were told she could have been in the pool for up to 3 hours. A neighbor tells us she was heartbroken to hear the news and say situations like this are what made her become a swim instructor.
For the reason that in especially Arizona, there's an astronomical amount of drownings and just almost drownings that need to be prevented with how many pools that are just around in backyards, friends' yards, play parks, just all around.
We've been reaching out to Surprise Police to find out who was home or if anyone would be charged in this case. They have not answered our questions, but told us they'd release more information soon. Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich continuing to enforce our state's abortion ban. Brnovich filed a motion today in Pima County to lift a 50-year-old injunction that put a state abortion ban on hold. Brnovich says he's looking for consistency and clarity when it comes to the application of the law. This after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Well, all day long, we have brought you Your Voice, Your Vote, an election preview special. The ballots for the primary and general elections are full of candidates vying for your vote. But where can you find official information about who's running? Sites like Judicial Performance Review, AZ Clean Elections, and the Secretary of State's office, or the website for your specific city or town clerk's office. They'll all tell you who's running for the legislative, statewide, and local offices. The ABC15 investigators looking into the candidates and issues in the race for the Arizona Secretary of State. As State House Minority Leader, Reginald Boulding is one of the most powerful Democratic leaders in Arizona. If elected as Secretary of State, he'll have to help restore trust in the integrity of the voting process after Trump supporters claimed fraud in the 2020 presidential election.
Will my office allow any conspiracy theory nonsense to disenfranchise voters? Absolutely not. I'm going to protect people's right to vote by mail. I'm going to ensure that folks have access to the ballot box, and I'm going to ensure that the state legislature doesn't play games.
Boulding is facing some criticism, though, after the nonprofit voting rights organization he and his wife run launched an ad campaign urging voters to choose Boulding for Secretary of State. Boulding says he's following the rules about independent expenditures and not collaborating on those political spending decisions. For the August primary election, it is taking place Tuesday, August 2nd, as well as the general election in November. Maricopa County will be using the Vote Anywhere model, meaning you can choose from a variety of locations and times to vote in person or drop off an early ballot. Just search for voting centers, and you can even check the wait times on the county's website. For even more Your Voice, Your Vote coverage, head to abc15.com/election. Some new developments at this hour surrounding longstanding privacy concerns on who sees your doorbell cam. A congressional letter reveals Amazon's been providing Ring doorbell footage to law enforcement without user permission. This has happened 11 times so far this year, according to the letter from Amazon. Ring's privacy policy states it won't share customer info with police without consent or a warrant. Nearly a dozen did, though, citing Ring's emergency provision, which states the company can provide video if there's imminent danger. The letter also states more than 2,100 law enforcement agencies are enrolled in Ring's Neighbors app. That's a place where people share videos captured on their home security cameras with others living nearby. Phoenix Lifeguards helped to save a man's life. He wasn't drowning, but he'd been in a car crash.
While we were training with the juniors, we heard the car accident. We hadn't seen it right away, but while I was getting out of the pool, I saw the car had hit the light pole.
This is video from the city of Phoenix. After seeing the crash, 9 lifeguards jumped into action to help the driver. He didn't have a pulse when they started CPR. Phoenix firefighters then arrived and they got the man breathing again. The fire department presented the 9 lifeguards with a life-saving award for their efforts.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and our sizzling heat continues. Another day above 110 tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the 90s throughout the morning. We'll hit 106 at lunchtime and top out at 112 degrees around 4 p.m. Another air quality alert tomorrow, too. Ozone high pollution advisories have been in effect the last couple of days and now extended into your Thursday forecast as well. Also a chance for storms, and that's increasing to 30% late in the day tomorrow. You can see all of the the spots here in green on the map have that storm potential. And again, a little bit of a better chance, it looks like, in the valley tomorrow than what we've seen so far this week. So watch out for gusty winds, blowing dust, lightning, and pockets of heavy rain with any of the storms that fire up. You'll see those slight chances kick in the middle of the afternoon, and the chances will increase to 30% tomorrow evening. More storm chances and more extreme heat head us into the weekend. It won't be until next week that we drop below 110.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to ABC15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.